Hi everybody, it's Ms. Mary again with another fun virtual story time from Midpoint Libraries. Let's get started. If you're ready for a story, wave hello. If you're ready for a story, wave hello. If you're ready for a story and you want us all to know, if you're ready for a story, wave hello. Hi everybody, how you doing? Glad to hear it. I'm having a pretty good day too. So I thought today we could visit one of my favorite authors. I know I say favorite all the time, but you understand, you can like a lot of things, right? So today we're going to talk about an author and illustrator named Corinna Luyken. And I think this very first book will tell you why I like her so much. This is called The Book of Mistakes. Do you ever make mistakes? I make mistakes a lot. In fact, if you've watched these videos, you've probably seen me make mistakes where I forget words or I read the wrong thing or whatever. We all make mistakes, and that's okay, because you know what? That's kind of what makes us people, right? Can you imagine how boring it would be to be perfect all the time and never make any mistakes? Ugh, I wouldn't want to be that way. All right, so this is called The Book of Mistakes, and it's written for us by Corinna Luyken. And what we're going to find, oh dear, right there, we haven't even started the page yet, and look, there's an ink spot. Whoa. Oh. And now it says The Book of Mistakes. It started with one mistake. There's a face, but do you see the eyes? They don't look like each other. Most of us, our eyes look the same, but here, not so much. It started with one mistake. Making the other eye even bigger was another mistake. But the glasses, they were a good idea. The elbow and the extra long neck, mistakes. But the collar, ruffled with patterns of lace and stripes, that was a good idea. And the elbow patches, they were a good idea too. The bush was another good idea. Dark and leafy so that you couldn't see through it. To the frog, cat, cow thing. What is that? Kind of looks like a cat, but yeah, I see frog, maybe a little bit of cow. It was another mistake. So in case you didn't follow that, first she drew this and then realized that's not what she wanted. So she drew a great big bush to cover it up. The big space between the ground and the bottom of the girl's shoe was a little bit of a mistake too. Oh, but the roller skates, those were definitely not a mistake. The second frog, cat, cow thing made a nice rock. And the girl with the very long leg, look, here's one leg, and here's the other one way down here. That's pretty long. The girl with the very long leg looks like she always meant to be climbing that tree. Even the ink smudges scattered across the sky look as if they could be leaves, like they'd always wanted to be lifted up and carried. So I'm going to hold this picture closer. What we see up here as leaves, I think were spots of colored ink, that maybe got spilled, or sometimes when you color with markers and you get some on the side of your hand and then it gets on the paper. But look, the artist drew on them with black pen and made them look like leaves. That's a pretty good idea. Oh, and what about the girl? Do you remember with the artist thought that the eyes weren't right, so added glasses and they look good, and that long neck shows off the pretty collar, and the elbow patches add some nice definition to the arms, and the feet too far off the ground with roller skates looks just right. So what about the girl? Uh-oh, another big ink splot. Oh dear. What did the artist do? Took that ink splot and made it into a hat. Yeah, and look, she's got something, she's got a balloon and then some other strings over there. Look at all those balloons. I like balloons, and yellow is one of my favorite colors. Look at that, there's a lot to see. There she is. We started the book with her balloons. Do you remember the girl who was climbing the tree? And look at all these other people. Look at all that's going on that tree. There's even more. What do you see in there? Yeah. I like all the different colors, that there's yellow here, and then some green, and then some pink. Look at all of that. And it says, do you see how with each mistake, look how much smaller the picture is getting. Do you see how with each mistake, she is becoming, do you see? Now, who she could be. So that's a little high concept. I want to go back and show you something. At the beginning of this story, do you remember the artist was drawing the girl? And as the story went on, more and more things got added to the girl and to the scene. And we have all of this with the tree. And then we have this giant shadow. Maybe it's a tree. I think they're probably trees. It's a good silhouette, right? That's what we call it, a picture that's all black like that. And down here, real small, we see the girl and the tree. And as we get farther back, so that this gets smaller and smaller, we see that in fact, here's the big silhouette of the tree, of the big trees. Here's the girl running to the tree that the other kids are in. You almost can't even see it, can you? Because it's so tiny. But let's look at what is this whole great big picture. That's her hat. Do you think she was imagining the whole thing? I don't know. But it's pretty neat, and it makes you think, doesn't it? That's called the Book of Mistakes, which is something that I really like about, I like that about that book because, you know, we all make mistakes sometimes. If you're ever making drawing a picture and, you know, you get a bit of color that you didn't want, or you make a line that went a different way, a lot of times you might think, ugh, I don't want that anymore. And you might toss it out and start over again. But what I like to do after reading that book, what I like to do is say, how can I take that line that went too far, or, you know, that ink that got stuck on the bottom of my hand and then got on the paper? How can I make that part of the picture? It's a fun thing to do. Okay, enough lecturing. Do you guys want to sing? You want to dance? Let's do it. So the song that I brought with us today is called Can't Wait to Celebrate. Now this is a great song for getting up and moving around. I'm gonna stay sitting down so you can still see me in your camera on your screen, but you can get up and move around all you like. But before we get started, I want to make sure you know how to make a sign for the song. I know we've talked about using sign language for people who are deaf. So I'm going to teach you the sign for wait. Okay, here's what you're going to do. You can stand or sit and put your arms in front of you like this. So your elbows are close to your body and your palms are up and your fingers spread apart, okay? You're going to hold your arms like that, then shift that off to the side a little bit, okay? And then wiggle your fingers. And that's how you say wait. Now, if I'm kind of, calm and I would say, oh, honey, can you just wait a minute? I'll say it like this, wait. But sometimes, something is really important and you need to say it loud and hard and important like. How do you do that with your hands? Well, I can say wait calmly, or I can say wait with big angry hands, right? You get that? There's a difference there. Like there's a difference in the way you use your voice. There's a difference in the way you use your hands. So I'm going to start this song and there'll be a time when we do our sign for wait, okay? And I'm going to hope my technology works. I'm going to turn on the music. Here we go. Dance around.
It's so much fun to clap, but sometimes it's hard to wait.
We're going to clap.
We clap our hands when we get together, clap our hands to celebrate.
Clap our hands when we get together, my friends, and I can hardly wait. Remember, elbows to your sides, hands off to the side, wiggle your fingers.
To stamp our feet when we
Stamp your feet.
Stamp our feet to celebrate. Stamp our feet when we get together, my
Friends, and I can hardly wait. Wave hello to celebrate. Wave hello when we get together, my friends, and I can hardly wait. Do you notice the wait gets longer each time?
To bounce up and down when we get together.
Bounce up and down to celebrate. Bounce up and down when we get together, my friends, and I can hardly wait. Are you doing the wait with your hands, the wait sign? It's so hard to wait.
To clap our
Hands when we get together, clap our hands to celebrate.
clap our hands when we get
Together, my friends, and I can hardly wait. I like that one. So I have another book from our author, Corinna Luyken. And this book is called My Heart. Now, when you look at this book and you look at this book, you can kind of tell that they were illustrated, the pictures were done by the same person because they look similar, don't they? Most artists have a particular style that they use. We talk about that a lot. So this one is called My Heart. And I think you'll like this one. Here on the title page where it says My Heart, we see the picture is done with black and yellow, and that's all. And if we look closely at the pictures, we will see hearts in the pictures. My heart is a window. Can you see the hearts? There are some hearts up here in the window decoration. There will be hearts on every page. Sometimes I'll point them out, sometimes I want you to find them. Okay. My heart is a window. My heart is a slide. My heart can be closed or opened up wide. Some days it's a puddle. Some days it's a stain. Some days it is cloudy and heavy with rain. Is it raining outside today? I can't see out the window from here. Some days it is tiny. But tiny can grow and grow and grow. There are two friends sharing some hearts. There are days it is a fence between me and the world. Do you see the hearts in that one? They're upside down, aren't they? With the round part at the bottom and the point at the top. Days it's a whisper that can barely be heard. There are days it is broken. But broken can mend, and a heart that is closed can still open again. My heart is a shadow, a light, and a guide. Closed or open, I get to decide. And again, we're back to a very simple line drawing with heart flowers. Isn't that neat how she told such a cool story using just two colors in her pictures? So those are two books by Corinna Luyken, and be sure to look for those at the library. We've got quite a few of them. Just ask us for one. So I think for today, for our activity or craft, I think you could draw a picture in your own style, like Corinna Luyken drew in her style. And here's the tricky part. If you make a mistake, if something goes different than you planned, don't throw it away. Figure out how to make that mistake part of your picture. All right, I'd like to see that. Okay, well, I want to thank you for joining me for Stories and Songs today. And next week, we're going to talk about wintertime because, you know, it's winter now. Some days it doesn't feel like it. Some days it's a little warm, but it is winter. Okay. See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. Give a hug, ladybug. Blow a kiss, jellyfish. See you soon, big baboon. Out the door, dinosaur. Take care, polar bear. Wave goodbye, butterfly. Bye-bye, everybody.